Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to call the Common Council to order. I will ask our clerk to call the roll to determine a quorum.
Alderman Lysick.
Here.
May.
Here.
Reinke.
Here.
Rote. Here. Vitale.
Here.
Weigel.
Here.
Barzak is excused. Shapleski.
Here.
Oitmeyer.
Here.
And Haas.
Here.
That's 9 present.
We have a quorum. For our Pledge of Allegiance this evening, Alderman Lysick has graciously waived his right to lead the pledge, and he has two of our Boy Scouts from Troop 594 are going to come on up, and they are going to lead us in the pledge this evening.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, gentlemen. Moving on to item D, public hearings. We have one item this evening. I will ask the clerk to read our public hearing.
Resolution to approve amending the fiscal year 2015 to 2018 Community Development Block Grant Annual Action Plans.
Mr. Schloss.
Thank you, Mayor and members of the Common Council. Tonight we are fulfilling a requirement under our Community Development Block Grant Program relative to contingency funds and unallocated 2018 funds. Contingency funds are balances of programs that did not use all their budget funds, or projects came in under budget. The unallocated is a unique thing in which the federal government actually provided to the city as part of our entitlement funds, additional funds that weren't budgeted of $289,286 for a total of $548,613. Of these funds, we are amending our block grant programs to include 4 new projects. They are Farmers Market lead abatement, park improvements for Liberty Heights Park, improvements to 92nd Street Plaza, which is a 92nd and National, and then the remainder balance of funds will go into the Economic Development Loan and Delivery Program. And that is the purpose of tonight's public hearing and amendment.
Thank you very much, Mr. Schloss. Are there any questions from the members of the Common Council? Seeing none, are there any questions or comments from the members of the audience?
Yes, why does the farmer's market need $350,000 for lead abatement?
Mr. Brown, I know you've been here. Could you please approach the microphone and give us your name and address?
Robert Brown, 2160 South 86th Street. Question is, what does the farmer's market need $350,000 for lead abatement? What is that all about? Why is there a problem there with lead abatement?
Do you want to handle that, Mr. Schloss?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. In response to that question, our farmers market is a older historic property, and when it was constructed, it utilized materials that included lead in its paint. And within the structure on the outside surface, there is lead paint on some of the exterior surfaces, which should be eradicated or abated.
And that's $350,000, correct, what you're saying? I think that's sort of, where did they get that from, that price? That seems ridiculous. Put some old paint on the building, $350,000 to remove it?
It is the entire underbelly of the 4 roof structures that make up, plus the posts.
Yeah. And I don't know how much dialogue you want. I can gladly answer these afterwards, but you know, it is removal of the paint, disposal of the paint, and then painting the surfaces again. And with this, we have to adhere to all the federal provisions, such as prevailing wage and other lead abatement practices under federal protocol.
You know, that's ridiculous. I used to do that years ago and have a program, and I was even in charge of it. We did it. These figures are actually stupid, that people would believe to go around with a scraper, scrape off some paint that supposedly is going to kill people or hurt them that much, and you come up with a figure like $350,000. Why don't you hire someone on unemployment and ain't doing nothing here? What are you paying these guys, $50 an hour or something? My question is, I don't believe we got $350,000 for that paint removal. I can't believe a price is that high. Somebody's raking off money on that.
Mr. Mayor, at this point, that's purely an estimate, and we have to bid the project, and we hope that the bids will come in more reasonable for Mr. Brown's comments.
Thank you.
That's my answer to it. It's reasonable.
No, your answer is that we're going to get bids, and that's the money we're allotted, but it might not all be spent depending on how the bids come in from the various companies. So if you know anybody, we'd encourage them to send in a bid.
How would you hire people that aren't affiliated with, just people that are actually have paid it a lot? There's a lot of people walking around the streets, I happen to know them. They come to my house looking for work, and I don't know if I know anything. They can't find work, and all of a sudden these guys come in, professional guys, these guys can't find no work. How do they get in touch? You said get in touch. Who do you get in touch with on that?
With the engineering department, who will be publicizing the job, and if you have people, again, they can bid on the contract.
Would you take bids from people that are not affiliated with a company?
I don't know the guidelines on the bids, but we can talk about that in person if you want.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments on public hearing number 1? Okay, seeing none, we will close our public hearing. We will move on to item E, which is citizen participation. Residents may address the council on any matters of interest to them. We ask that you keep your comments to approximately 5 minutes. Does anybody wish to address the council under citizen participation this evening? Please give us your name and address for our record.
Matthew Peets, 2457 South 63rd Street. I wrote it down here. Can you all hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody have the time? I don't have my watch.
7:09.
Oh, thank you. Reason I'm here tonight is I'm the crossing guard at 63rd and Mitchell, block south of Horace Band, and I've been working with Alderman Vitale with trying to process a way to make that corner safer. And lately, some issues have arisen. Last Friday afternoon, there was almost a head-on there, and it almost turned into a fight. Just this afternoon, 2 cars decided they were going to chase each other from Burnham to Mitchell, and I called it in, and they just disappeared. The main problem there is people, most of the people obey the stop sign east-west. There's no issue north-south. Enough people ignore the stop sign and go right through it, either eastbound or westbound. I was there last school year, same problem. It's become a big issue this year for me because 3 weeks ago, there were 7 people that I counted going through the stop sign. There's been other incidences of people going through the stop sign, and so I'm here to ask for the city's help. I was at the school board meeting last night, likewise asking for help to make the corner safer for, of course, the kids and myself. And the biggest thing is the deterrence for the people who decide to run the stop sign. So whatever the engineering department can do to check out the corner and determine through the board here what can be done to make that corner safer, I would greatly appreciate it. I will continue to do my job as a crossing guard. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Are there any other people in the audience that wish to address the council under citizen participation?
My name is Violet Brown. I live at 2160 South 86th Street. And I want to give you all recognition for your dedication and your patriotism to West Allis in America. But I have a message here This was a speech given by Abraham Lincoln in 1858. I went to Lincoln School. A house divided against itself cannot stand. Our nation right now and in the cities are disrespecting our president, disrespecting our police, our fire department, our teachers. And I think right now, I don't know if the teachers are really telling the children, teaching the children about the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the rule of law, and they are not telling the good things that America did. They are telling us that we have been a nation that was deceiving other people, and actually, America was founded under God. We have God Bless America. We have our documents relating back to God, our going to church. I went to Holy Assumption. We were taught the 10 Commandments. The 11th commandment was to love one another. We weren't thinking about race. We cared for everybody, no matter what religion they were or what color skin. But right now, I think we are so divided, and I'm afraid if we don't keep our laws, we're going to be put into something like Sharia law and other things that are not connected with America. And that's why everybody wants to come to America, because we are free, a land of the home and the free and the brave. And I just say to all the kids in the school and students, have your teachers tell you about the history of America. We're a great nation. We're a great school, teachers and everything. But I don't know if they're teaching that. When I went to Lincoln School, every day we said the Pledge Allegiance to the flag. We are very patriotic. We loved our America. We loved people. We loved others, and we helped others. But again, I don't know if the schools and the teachers are telling this. They should bring that back. Make our students feel proud of America. Start respecting our president and our vice president. They are trying to make great America again. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else in the audience that wishes to address the council under citizen participation?
Robert Brown, 2160 South 86th Street. I'd like to just echo this a little bit, what was said by Vi here in front of me, that currently all we hear about is the gay, lesbian, transite, they got a queer movement that's so great, and we all got to turn our attention toward it, that these women's rights, some of the stuff they say is just, you know, it's not part of what American heritage is. I don't know where to get this stuff from. But anyway, everybody picks up from it, and I don't hear anybody ever speak out against it. I'm going to ask the question. Any of you aldermen ever speak out against this nonsense that love all the gay, lesbian, transcend sites, all this stuff that we're hearing? Any of you guys publicly speak up? How about in this council meeting? Anybody ever say anything about it?
Mr. Braun, I know you've been coming to these meetings, and I know that you know the rules, and I know that you know that we can't debate you on this section because what you're asking is not on the agenda and would violate the open records laws. So don't hang us out to dry.
That's right, but I think when you get out of this meeting, you can't speak publicly. You can walk around with a sign stating what's right in America.
Correct, but we can't answer your questions right now.
Okay, I'll end it, but let me just say this in closing then. It's disgusting, these people that promote this stuff. We are not a gay, lesbian, transite community in West Allis. And I'll close with this saying, You people that are promoting that, shame on you. You're sick in the head. Thank you.
Does anybody else wish to address the council under citizen participation? You've got a very tough act to follow.
Hi, my name is Sarah Sargent. My address, we'll go with my business address, is 620 South 76th Street, Suite 120, Milwaukee 53214. I'm here representing Children's Hospital Community Services. I was actually invited by Alderwoman Ranke, thank you, to share a little bit of information just about our foster care program and the need for foster parents in our community. My job as a recruitment specialist with Children's Hospital is to spread awareness and promote the need. There's currently 2,439 children in foster care in Milwaukee County, and we currently only have about 500 to 600 licensed foster parents with our agency. So there is a deficit, and we're always looking to partner with local agencies, community leaders, anybody that would be willing to help us get the word out. A lot of people don't know that Children's Hospital has a foster care program and a licensing program. A lot of people also don't know what being a foster parent entails or how they would become a foster parent. The application process is actually fairly simple. You submit an application, it goes through an approval process, and then you get assigned to a licensing specialist who would work with you throughout the entire time of you being a foster parent. You have to be 21 years old, but other than that, there's no age restriction. You can be a homeowner, you can be a home renter, you just need to have proof of insurance. If you're a working household, you are eligible for daycare assistance. Each child does come with a monthly stipend to help you provide for that child's needs in your home. There's a whole team of support that does surround you, including your licensing specialist and other professional team members with our agency. We would encourage anyone of any gender, race, sexual orientation, religion to apply. The easiest way to do it would be to call our agency's phone number, which is just 414-KID-HERO, so 414-KID-HERO. Or you can contact me directly. Like I said, my name is Sarah Sargent, and I can be reached at 414-231-4867. If nothing else, even if fostering's not for you, we just ask that everybody spread the word, and if you hear of somebody who hears of somebody who knows about or is interested, just to let them know, hey, Children's Hospital does this. So thank you for your time.
Thank you. If you have any printed material with you,
I do,
could you leave it on the back table maybe, and then we can pick it up?
Perfect.
All right,
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Does anybody else wish to address the council under citizen participation this evening?
Hi, I'm Steve Janacek, and I live at 1220 South 122nd Street. All right, so, oh geez. This is the third time I'm here. The last two times I covered chemtrails, geoengineering, planes above our city, spraying things, blocking out the atmosphere. Yeah, it's a very serious problem. If we don't have our fresh air and sunlight, what do we have? You know, what is freedom if we don't have that? So I hope by now everybody has looked into the problem. When they go outside, they look up. It's been almost a month. They spray us regularly, so I hope you've all seen it and, you know, are beginning to look at the problem and face it. I understand it's a difficult problem to understand and accept. And that's why I'm going to move into another problem that our city's facing today that may help put that into perspective or just show you a bigger picture of what we have to deal with. And that is fluoride in our drinking water. I understand in 2012 this came up as an issue and you guys reduced it. I don't know what to say to that. I don't know much about it. I wasn't around back then. I don't understand how you would agree to reduce it and not just take it out, but I'm just gonna give a little basic 101 on fluoride. They want us to believe it's good for our teeth, that when you put fluoride on your teeth, it strengthens them or makes cavities happen less frequently. I'm here to tell you the link between cavities and fluoride is tenuous at best and downright fraudulent when you look at it. And more importantly, fluoride is toxic. So if you go to a store and buy a general thing of toothpaste, it's going to have a poison control warning on it saying if you swallow more than a small amount, call poison control because you swallowed poison. And that poison's fluoride. However, if you go to a health food store and purchase toothpaste, you will read on the label fluoride free. And there will be no poison control on it. Also, if you go to these health food places, maybe Health Hut that we have here in West Allis, and purchase water, many of the waters also say fluoride free, because in the medical literature, in the just knowledge of people, we're beginning to understand that this is toxic, it's bad for us, we need less of it in our body. Anybody who's health conscious understands that. All right, and again, they want us to ingest it. It's just, the science says when it hits your teeth, it's supposed to strengthen it, and yet they're having us go through our whole digestive process, this toxin. All right, so again, what is fluoride? Where do we find fluoride? I mean, no one's taking a fluoride supplement. You go to the doctor, you got a heart problem, he's not giving you fluoride. Well, where's the one place we find fluoride in the American, system? Well, it's in Prozac. It's in depressants, antidepressants, that is. So I'm here to have people call a spade a spade. We're not putting fluoride in the drinking water for our teeth. We're putting in it as a drug, to drug the people. So I know that might be hard to hear. It's hard for me to say, that's for sure. But it's just a fact. I mean, we need to call a spade, and we need to stop it. It just has to stop. And, I mean, that's all I have for right now, but again, if we don't have clean air and clean water, what do we have? This is 1984 level tyranny we're facing, and we need to look it in the face, see that it's there, admit we have a problem, and we need to start doing things to fix it. All right, thank you all for your time. That's all I have.
Thank you. Is there anybody else that wishes to address the council under citizen participation this evening? Okay, seeing none, we will close citizen participation. We will go to item F. On page 2 of your agendas, our standing committees will be meeting during recess. Those room numbers are listed on the agenda. Under the mayor's report this evening, I just want to mention that the Community Alliance Against Drugs is doing another family event like they did on New Year's Eve. This one is called Winterfest, and it is going to be at Nathan Hale, and I believe it is on Saturday the 2nd of February, if that's a Saturday. To be honest, I printed this out to read, and I left it on the printer in my office. So there is information on the city's website and social media, but there is a event coming up on a Saturday night, I believe it's early February, for families with inflatables and food and the movie and the pool open. Good family event. That's all I have. Are there any reports from the alderpersons this evening?
Mayor Devine?
Alderman Weigel.
Just real quickly, I wanted to remind people we have a couple of dog park related events coming up on Wednesday, the 30th of January. That's 2 weeks from tomorrow, right here at City Hall. We're going to have another one of our public information meetings, and everyone's invited. We're going to have an update on the status of the planning for the dog park. We might not have a budget yet, but we'll have the engineering staff is working, or consultant is working on what kind of issues we have to deal with the wetlands for it. We're also going to have a little bit of an update. The West Allis Community Improvement Foundation Gala this year in April. The dog park is going to be the beneficiary for that. So 2 dog park, everybody in the room that has a dog or had a dog, raise your hand. Okay. Folks at home too, raise your hand if you had a dog. Okay, thank you. Apparently there's a few dog lovers in West Allis. So the gala, and this will be our big fundraising event, and we haven't narrowed down the location yet, but that will be Saturday, April 27th. So that's the West Dallas Community Improvement Foundation Gala. The dog park, the West Dallas Dog Park as a beneficiary is Saturday, April 27th. That'll be an important date you'll be hearing about from me in the upcoming months. So that's it. Thanks.
You're going to talk about the calendars?
Oh, no, you can.
I forgot when the day
Okay.
started.
We still have some calendars left. If you recall, last year we had a contest, and so we have dog park fundraiser calendars. We still have some out in the market. I know West Dallas Cheese and Sausage on Beecher Street has some. We still have some for sale here at City Hall and at the police station and at the fire department.
And they're half off?
Not yet.
Not yet? They will soon be half off.
Yeah, we weren't going to say that part.
No, you didn't tell me that part.
See, the point of the fundraiser.
They may or may not possibly be going on sale in the future.
In June, they'll be half.
June.
Well, they'll definitely be half off at the gala in April, I know that, if we have any left.
Perfect. All right then, does any other alderperson have any reports?
Mayor Devine,
Alderman Lysick.
I move for approval of the minutes of the Common Council regular meeting of December 18th, 2018.
Second.
There is a motion and a second. Are there any adjustments or changes to the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Moving to item J, items not referred to committee, I'll ask for a motion to place items 3, 4, and 5 on file and refer items 6 and 7 to the city attorney.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Standing committee reports, we have none. Item L,
Mayor Devine,
Alderman Lysick.
I move that we stand in recess until conclusion of the committee meetings.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We are in recess.